Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and today I am cleaning an empty condo. The folks have just moved out, an elderly couple. I actually cleaned this carpet 3 years or more ago, and I'd cleaned it a few times prior to that as well, I think. The elderly couple had gotten to the point where they were no longer able to live here. The family, the daughter let me in and explained to me that in the last couple of years, the mother got dementia, and they both were in using walkers, and so it's been at least 2-3 years since I've been here. The carpet has really gone downhill since then. The walkers are very, very hard on the carpet, of course, and then they had caregivers coming in, and lots of activity. And this carpet is 18 years old, by the way. This is the original carpet for the condo. It is a nylon, but it is very worn. Traffic lanes are very much deteriorated, which is, well, for 18 years, to be expected, obviously, because, well, something's got to give. 18 years is a long time. The thing is, when you've got elderly people living in a place like this, they're here 24 hours a day, actually. In fact, the daughter said that they never went anywhere because she was the one that actually drove them. So the last few years, they weren't even driving. So, they're here all day long, every day, back and forth on the carpet. And it gets, a lot of wear. Like a family, a young family, they may be hard on the carpet, but for the most part, the young families are, see if I can turn that one over, they're not home for quite a few hours. Mom and dad maybe both work, and, a couple of kids out at school all day long. So, whereas in a scenario like this, where you've got an elderly couple, and they live in here 24 hours a day, and it multiplies into a lot of action on the carpet. So anyway, now there were some black spots over here, which I had suspected, and put some peroxide on, and sure enough, it reacted with the peroxide. So these were blood stains. There's about half a dozen or so of them over here. And they came out. I think they will be no problem. Blood can be a real challenge to deal with. I did put suspend on all the traffic areas. What I'm actually putting on now, this is actually omega citrus. So I'm just adding a little bit above and beyond what I normally do with the omega citrus, because I do have Nanomax in the tank of the machine. But this is just going to be adding the additional citrus mix. And I will be using a Oxy-Dry fiber pad there. We're going to run over the traffic areas. Do a pre-scrub. This definitely is a two-step. I did, of course, vacuum everything well. Just going to put this over here. So it is a really worn carpet. There's actual pooling and shading, like, for example, right over here. If you look at this area right here, you don't see this dark patch until you go over here. And now you see that this is actually a dark patch, and it's light over there, but when we go over this way, you'll see that it literally disappears. So that's an indication of what we call pooling and shading. So the carpet pile is leaning one way and leaning the other way, and the way the light is reflecting off of it will give you a light and a dark shading, pooling and shading. And that's a wear effect that you cannot remove from the carpet. That's strictly a texture change of the yarn over the years. I think I don't need that anymore. That's my ozone generator. I decided to add a little extra there, so I will turn on my safety valve. And let's go to work. See what we can do with this one. Nanomax 2 ounces per gallon, and of course there's ClO2 in the tank as well. 1,000 ppm of ClO2. And I don't know if you can see it, but this is coming up beautiful. But it is warm. You can certainly see the yarn is quite flared open. What, 18 years of walking on it, that'll do it. Over here, there was a table. I remember that. And I don't think they actually used it. They always were, I think, eating on the couch over here, pretty much. So the table was not much used, I don't think. But I do have a lot of customers that, I've been cleaning them for years, and then, well, they move onward and upward. I've been at this, now we're in our 28th year, so I have lost a lot of customers over the years. Because they don't need their carpet cleaned anymore. There's a greasy spot there. We'll come back to that in a minute. You see where there's a chair sitting over here, and there's a worn patch right in front of where the chair was sitting. We've got a beautiful day out there today. I think it's getting up to around 25 or so. And we're going to go into the 30s this weekend, apparently. So we're getting into the warmer weather. So this is right in front of where the couch was sitting. And there was a whole series of blood spots right over here. The proxy on them, and they seem to they disappeared almost immediately, so hopefully they won't reappear. Blood can be very difficult to deal with. It's a nice easy job though, actually. Being empty. Don't have to move anything. I remember when these condos were being built. We were actually living, about a block or so away from here at the time. And we were actually living in an apartment. And kind of considered the possibility of buying one of these as they were being built, but things turned out for us that we were able to buy a house, because that was back when there was a big wildfire came through Kelowna, and I think 200 or more houses were burnt to the ground, and then as a result we ended up doing a few months of just 7 days a week, mostly leather furniture cleaning for a couple of insurance companies. And next thing you know, we had a rather large amount of money on hand that we were able to put a deposit down on a house, and that was that. That was when my wife used to work with me every day, which was mostly good. But physically, this is it's just too hard on her. So she's in the office and does answers the phone, and it does the scheduling for me, and does the books and things like that. Actually, she arranges most of the marketing that we do, although we don't do really very much at all anymore. We don't need to, so that's I handle the physical aspect of the work, and she's kind of more the brains behind it all, actually, which is fine. She really understands how this all works because she's actually done it with me. It makes a big difference. Okay, so we're going to head over here, and this is the little den. It's kind of weird. I vaguely remember this place, and yet I don't. But you know, I'm you know, there's none of the furniture that was in here, of course, is here, and that sort of throws off the memory a little bit. I'm not sure that I ever did the whole thing. I think usually I just did the living room, dining room. I don't really think I ever actually went to the bedrooms, but maybe I'm just remembering it wrong. Unusual layout, this condo. Oh, that's a worn patch right there. Boy, that's just like totally mushed together right there. I guess they must have had a desk here and probably a computer sitting here, but there's no texture left on the fiber at all there. It just looks like fur. And we'll head in here. This will be the master bedroom. And there's a series of stains right here. I didn't think those were blood. That looked like a splatter, a spill of something. And whoop, they're gone. Just like that. So I'm only going to be, as you can see, I'm actually not going over all the carpet with the fiber pad, because a lot of this carpet has had very little actual walking on wherever the furniture's been sitting. But there are very concentrated trails of high wear. You know, obviously there was a dresser along here and a bed over to the right here, and they've never been walked on, so I don't need to run the fiber pad over that. see a yellowish stain there. And see, that wasn't very obvious until I got the light of the machine on there. You can literally see a pooling and shading effect right here at the corner. Okay, we'll go back to the beginning, and I'm going to run over the carpet again with the 5-10. I think this carpet will benefit from this extra effort. And of course, now it's been sitting for, well, about 15 minutes or so. And so now we've got it's been dwelling, so this extra scrubbing action is going to be a benefit. Looks like I've got about 3/4 of a gallon left, maybe. And I had just over 2 gallons in here. So nice and steady. Let this 1.5 horses do its thing. Three 360-degree cleaning passes per second on the carpet fiber. looking good. You can really see the over by the entry there, that dark patch. Most of that is to the wear on the fiber. It's not a dirty patch. Just the way the yarn is really deteriorated over there. And you can see right here, that's again just the way the wear is showing up on the fiber. When it gets groomed, it'll look wonderful. But still worn. Still 18 years old. The folks, they actually have sold the place, so and I guess when they sold it, the new owners decided they wanted to keep the carpet for now, and they wanted to have the carpet cleaned. So that's why I'm cleaning it for the people who sold it. But the purchasers, I think they had requested they get the carpet cleaned. Which is decent. So I've been at it for about just over 20 minutes now. These older, well, it's not that old, but these older condos usually are larger square feet. The newer ones they're putting up, they're just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Pay more, get less. So, which is drawbacks to getting into an older one. You know, this one's at the age now where they're going to be dealing with replacing things like the air conditioning unit, the roof, possibly the carpet in the halls, although it looks actually in good shape. I have cleaned the carpets here before, but they're getting someone in with a Simex. And so they've gone with the end cap route, and it gets hell. But it's looking all right though, so far. It's actually, this is a complex that has three almost identical buildings as part of the whole package, as it were. In a very nice area too. There's, and it's actually right near, there's a little shopping center with a Tim Hortons and a McDonald's and couple of grocery stores and that sort of thing, so it's pretty convenient. Although it's not actually, it's actually kind of a little bit out of town. So there's that really worn patch. It's just like, looks like just like fur right there. There's literally no definition to the yarn anymore. Can't fix that. Alright, let's get in this way. And these stains are gone. Well, here was the stain I added, put that Oxy on. I thought what that was. It didn't really look like a coffee stain though. Okay, now we'll go here. And then right down the closet. Walk through closet. And by the way, when I measure in a scenario like this, I will measure from that wall to that wall and up to the door and from here. So there is a, you know, I'm measuring square foot and I'm charging for square foot. And typically when I'm doing an empty like this, I will measure the closets because I'm going to be cleaning them. I don't normally, I don't throw them in because I'm cleaning the carpet and I'm charging for what carpet I clean. And usually I end up doing more square feet in a empty than if there was furniture. So anyway, that's what I do. I'm charging for the amount of carpet I clean, so I measure and make sure I'm accurate in my measuring. Okay, now we're going to switch over to the Iron Man, and I'll end this video as the pre-scrub video, and then I'll do another one of the using the Iron Man pad. So thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.